can you believe that we have completed 3 weeks of learning in the communication moderation session, and we have now entered into the final and the last, that is the 4th week of moderation. This week I'm going to introduce to you the activities in the form of a tutorial. First, we will learn about what is called as the JOHARI's communication model and how we are going to apply this in this week's activity. The JOHARI's communication model, or also called as the JOHARI's window, is more about self-realization as well as helpful for building relationships with others. It has been given by Joseph Love and Harry Ingram in 1952. So if you see the names Joseph and Harry, that is why it is called as the JOHARI's window or the JOHARI's communication model. Now this has 4 quadrants. So this quadrant pertains to that which is known to you and known to others. That is the characteristics or the personality traits which are known to both yourself as well as to others. The second quadrant, you can see that it is unknown to you. You do not know about it, but others are aware of it. Whereas the third quadrant shows which is unknown to others but known only to you. And there is the fourth quadrant which reflects which is both unknown to you as well as to the others. So the first quadrant, which is known to everyone, that is yourself as well as the others, is called as the open area. So this open area of the window reflects the personality traits or those characteristics which you openly accept or reflect, which your friends or your students or your colleagues all are aware about, and you openly showcase these characteristics to them. Now next is what you have is unknown to you but known to others. So this is called as the blind spot or the blind area. So this area consists of mostly your habits or the way you speak or the way you stand or the way you communicate, which you may not be very well aware of, but the opposite person or your friends or your students are aware of. But you are not aware of this. That is why it is called as the blind area of the JOHARI's window. The third quadrant, what you are seeing, is known to you but unknown to others. So it is called as a hidden area. It is hidden because you do not want to reveal this to the others, maybe because of trust issues or various other reasons. But this, you want it to be personalized to you. You do not want to share this information with anyone else. And lastly, we have the fourth quadrant, which is unknown to others as well as unknown to you. So the unknown area or the unknown quadrant of the JOHARI's window. Now, in order to build a high trust environment where communication will be at its best, one has to try and increase the area of the open window. Now, how do we do this? By encroaching onto the hidden as well as encroaching onto the blind areas. So the blind areas which are unknown to you and known to the others can be known by effective feedback. So by asking for a feedback and receiving the feedback, we will get to know those areas which are unknown to us, and maybe if needed, we can as well rectify them and limit or reduce the size of the blind area. Now, how do we minimize the hidden area and increase the open area? Is by self-disclosure. So the more the people know about you, the easier it is for the communication, easier it is to build a high trust environment. So with the help of self-disclosure as well as the effective feedback, we have shared knowledge which will help us identify the area of the unknown. So once you are able to identify those areas which are unknown, we are again increasing the scope of widening the open area of the JOHARI's window. So applying the JOHARI's window in a classroom situation, it is important for the students to know more about the teacher, that is the open area has to be more. At the same time, the teacher should also know more about the students. Only then a high trust environment can be established where communication will be at its best. And we all know that when communication is at its best, learning is at its best. So friends, in this week's activity, please share with us one unforgettable or memorable experience of yours in a classroom situation. It could be you as a teacher, or it could also be you as a student that you have experienced the same. Please share with us what exactly happened. Why do you remember this incident? What you could have done better to handle such kind of a situation now that you're very well versed with communication skills. So this will help us increase the open area of your Johari's window, and that is how our interpersonal relationships are going to be better and better. So friends, finally I would like to conclude by sharing something very nice with you all. When two people meet, it seems that there are actually 6 people meeting each other. The first one is each man as he sees himself. The second is each man as the other person sees him. And lastly, each man as he really is. So realizing this is very important if communication has to flourish between 2 individuals. Let it be between colleagues or a teacher and a student. So with this, we wish you all a pleasant journey into the first activity of the last week of this moderation session.
With love, team Baaton Baaton Mein. Preeti and Prashanti signing off.